I'm back, and today I want to talk about this article I saw. It's by someone on Twitter who decided to make a drawing and talk about his ideal girlfriend. Oftentimes, I wonder, why are there so many people in Japan who are single? They say they want to get married, but when it comes down to it, they have a hard time. And I always wondered about it, but then after reading this, I think I understand why. So let's go through it. So it says here, if girls make this their target, they'll be popular with guys. So I guess this guy has some authority on what men like, but who knows? Let's read it. The ideal girlfriend. If you become like this, you'll be popular. So, appearance. Shiny, straight black hair. I don't know if that's universally liked, but okay. Don't draw attention to your appearance, but have a cuteness that people can see when they really look at you. Only use makeup on your eyebrows and lips. Why? Why is there only makeup on your eyebrows and lips? That seems very specific, but whatever. And also, have a cuteness that people can see when they really look at you. What does that even mean? How do you do that? Moving on. Have narrow, dainty shoulders. I've lived in Japan for 10 years. I haven't noticed a lot of Japanese women with manly, broad shoulders. Do you really need to say this? Whatever. Don't wear flashy colors. Of course, make sure your sleeves are long enough to hide your hands. Okay, this is just starting to sound like a personal fetish. I don't understand what's wrong with flashy colors, and why do you want your sleeves to go past your hands? Next one, even in winter, wear mini skirts without stockings. Also, seems like just a personal preference. Next one, have a build that makes other girls say, "You're so thin," but not so much that guys will think you're too skinny. Could you be more specific about that? And so I know you're thinking now, okay, those are kind of out of line. It's a little bit crazy. But next part, he talks about the personality. And you're probably thinking okay, this will be, better. It actually gets worse. So let's look at that. Personality. Wow. Yeah. I see. Really? That's cool. That's just like you. Only say these things. If you say anything else, you've blown your chances.
You blew it.
I don't know where he got this from. When I first read this, I was like, it can't say that. I was like, you know what, let me read this in Japanese because maybe I was just being lazy. I didn't read this in Japanese, so I was like, they could have made a mistranslation and he didn't say something that crazy. So I looked up here and I was like, Sugoi. Wakaru. Ii na. Sasuga. I'm like, it does say that. That's pretty good translation of what they have there. And I was like, you only want your girlfriend to say those words? Don't think about yourself. If your ego starts to bud, you've blown your chance.
You blew it.
Always smile. If you get in a bad mood, you've blown your chance.
You blew it.
Okay? You can't ever be in a bad mood. Be a perfectionist about doing housework. Cooking is especially important. Okay, you sound like an old man from the 1940s, but okay, fair enough, keep going. During the day, be calm and collected, but be totally sexy in bed, and go along with any style of sex. However, don't forget to act bashful. And of course, be a virgin. This is one of the craziest ones, because when I saw this too, I was like, why are they putting 2 exclamation points? They didn't do that. And I was like, oh, yeah, he did. He wrote that right there. So this one is also a contradiction, because it's how can you be totally sexy in bed, but be bashful? Those things are almost like opposites. How can you be sexy and bashful at the same time? But I don't know. Let's keep going. Be smart, but dumber than the guy. Forgive anything a guy does. If you don't, you've blown your chance. I guess this guy's awfully strict, and this sounds to me just like his personal wish list, as opposed to something like you'll be popular with guys, as he says here. I don't know. I guess maybe this is popular with guys. To be honest, this just sounds like Chobits. If you've ever seen that anime where that robot comes to life and she can only say the word chi over and over again. Or like Elfen Lied, where that monster girl can't talk. I think he's been watching too many like anime and reading too many manga where the main character can't really, or the main female character can't really speak. So I think that's kind of gone to his head, but whatever. So lots of people obviously saw this and like, okay, this guy's going crazy. But some women got angry, and one woman decided to respond. So let's look at her response. One thing I will say about her response is, with the drawing, like, come on, man. Like, at least he did a good drawing. So, even though he put a bunch of crazy stuff, like, if you just took away everything he wrote and his ideas, the drawing would be good. This one, it's like, ugh. But you think, like, oh, maybe she put, like, lots of work into, like, the comments on the side. And if you can read in Japanese, you'll see that's not the case at all. But let's assume that before we read them in English. So let's go down here. The ideal boyfriend appearance has ears that are able to hear what other people have to say. That seems reasonable. Although, it seems like everybody has that. Except someone who's deaf, perhaps. So it's actually kind of discriminatory. Oh well. Next, has a mouth that can make responses like, I see, or really, to keep the conversation flowing. Are those special responses? And next one, has a body with muscles that feel good to touch. That seems reasonable. Can coordinate a fashionable outfit with inexpensive clothes. Seems reasonable. And has an awesome cock. I like how she just kind of worked up to that. Just goes all the way down the list and then just hits you with that right at the end. Well, let's look at the personality. Let's see if that's any better. Good listener. Knows 500 responses to keep the conversation flowing. If she says anything that's not necessary to say, he'll give his girlfriend 10,000 yen. What? Okay. Has no sense of self, but will give his girlfriend 20,000 yen. Okay. Always smiling. If he gets in a bad mood and his girlfriend gives him 2,000 yen, he'll give her 70,000 yen later. Okay, I'm gonna have to stop you right there. There's lots of things about getting money. Why not just make those one thing? Like, he's really generous and rich, and whenever you need money, he'll give it to you. The last one, it's like, he's always smiling, but if he gets in a bad mood and his girlfriend gives him 2,000 yen, why do you get 2,000 yen if you're in a bad mood? Why would a girl even want to do this? Besides, this is like your ideal boyfriend. Why not just say they never get in a bad mood? It's your fantasy. Do whatever you want. Also, next, he's not so good at housework, but he gives his girlfriend 100,000 yen a month. Also, like I said, it's your ideal. It's your imagination. Why not just make him good at housework and give you 100,000 yen a month? Next. Is sexy for sexy girls. Doesn't ask for sex from girls who don't want to have intercourse. Aside from that, he'll give his girlfriend 200,000 yen. I'm sorry I started reading that like a robot in the middle. I don't know what happened to me. Anyways, this one is also strange. Is sexy for sexy girls. He's your boyfriend. Why would you want him to be sexy for other girls? Doesn't make much sense. Doesn't ask for sex from girls who don't want to have intercourse. Why don't you just say he doesn't ask any other girls for sex, just you? That might be better. And I guess you just want more money. Is a complete idiot regarding things his girlfriend is knowledgeable about and respects her for it. I don't understand why you'd want your boyfriend or husband to be an idiot regarding things that you know about, but I guess that's your prerogative. Regarding things she doesn't know much about, he doesn't say anything and gives 300,000 yen. Also, why is the amount of money just increasing with each one of these? will forgive his girlfriend for anything she does. For some reason, he gives her 500,000 yen. Why don't you just add up all the money together and just put that as one bullet point? Whatever. So this one was extremely crazy. They're both crazy, and I realize now, it's like, oh, this is why lots of people are single. So obviously this isn't everybody, luckily, and hopefully this is a small minority, but I guess when people are like, oh, why can't these people find boyfriends and girlfriends? And I was like, probably because what they want is something like this. And obviously if you're talking to people like this outside of Twitter, you probably seem like a crazy person. So whatever. And read some comments below. And I think one of the best ones, or best two, are this. She could have put a picture of Son Gohan and been done with it. Well, pretty true. And next one. So, Moe sex doll versus cliched compensated dating machine. That's what I was thinking too. So, I don't know what's going on with these people. Maybe they'll... I don't know what to say. I guess they made me laugh, so... It's good for me. If they're happy with their life, I'm happy too, watching it and laughing. So, there you go. That's it for today. If you have any comments about it, please leave it below. If there's something else you want me to talk about, also leave a comment about that. If you enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please do that. And until next time, see you.